All right, buddy. So, what's your name and where are you from?
Well, my name is Keelan Bishop. I'm from Chicago. I'm a graphic designer, an artist, a YouTuber, social media content creator, jack of pretty much all trades, what everybody calls me.
That's right. That's right. And obviously, an artist, man. By the pictures behind you, like you said, uh, and you're on the channel Lockdown 23 and 1. So, of course, you've probably been to the old penitentiary. Was it from the same state that in Chicago area? You get
Yeah,
commit all these crimes and stuff that led you down that road.
I was arrested um when I was a teenager in Chicago, born on South Side Chicago, grew up on the South Side
South
Chicago.
side. Okay.
Yeah. Um, Ended up doing crimes where I was actually convicted and sentenced to 21 years in prison for robbing people, playing with guns, breaking the houses, stuff like that. So they ended up sentencing me to 21 years and IDOC. Had to do 10 straight years off that. So I just did 10 straight years and just been home less than less than 9 months.
Oh man, that's a stretch. That's a hike, man. I done about 8 years on and off. Probation violation, and then back in. I went to prison twice, so I mean, I can't
Mm.
imagine doing a 10 clip straight through, man. You get in a mix, I'm sure, but South Side Chicago, man. Let's begin there, I guess. Tell me, man. Really give the people a grasp on how it is growing up in the South Side of Chicago, man.
I'm gonna say it was a little bit of everything. It was the fun, the childhood, the dancing, the going to house parties. Then you got the bad side, the shooting. My oldest brother got killed when I was 14 on South South Chicago going to a house party. He got shot. No enemies, none, just randomly shooting. No, I lost so many childhood friends. Chicago is pretty much what you make it. It could be the greatness or it could be the darkness. So growing up on the South Side was definitely lit. It was definitely lit.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Everyone knows, especially around that area, there's a lot of organizations ripping and running and stuff like that. I mean, are you kind of, if you're born in that area, in a certain area, would you say that you're kind of pretty much gonna guarantee to be into something like that?
I won't say guaranteed, but I'll say it's a very high percentage, like a 90% chance that you're gonna definitely um, be born into this, is what they say. Because my neighborhood
Yeah.
is predominantly gangster disciples. That's what's in my neighborhood.
Okay.
So I was born into this. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm around. And you got it kind of transformed over the years into cliques. So you could have one clique with a GD, a PD, a vice lord, a Mo, all in one clique. So it's really like not even gangs no more. It's more like cliques and neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Over there.
I've seen individuals born in projects and stuff like that where
Yeah,
they're literally born into this type of stuff. Their whole family's doing it. That's what they know. It's almost like a religious
yeah.
belief, system. And I mean, would you say you just had felt like you were forced to go down a certain path like that, or was it because everyone's doing it, you were scared not to do something like that? I'm trying to think of how someone could maybe avoid that type of turn in their life in an area like that.
I, I just feel like it could have went either way. You know what I'm saying? But I had the resources of doing good and I have the resources of doing bad. And it's where you make the decision. It's more like self-discipline because I know people who have their mother and their father in their life still end up in prison. And I got people who never had a mother or father still end up there. So it's like really no specific formula of what's my opinion because my father and my mother went to prison. So I feel like me going to prison was normal. Like
Yeah,
mother went and my father been in prison my whole life. So I'm looking like, hey, I made it. I did exactly what they did. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a cycle,
it
man.
definitely was a cycle.
So, what initially sent you to the state penitentiary, man? I mean, how did it begin?
Right? So I'm gonna say 2012. That's when Chicago started to get what you say on the map. You know who came out? Chief Keef and the drill music and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
So I was going through that phase where Chicago on fire, the drugs. I started popping pills. I started, um, like you said, hanging with the wrong crowd. So my mindset was nowhere near where it is today. It was more clouded, impaired judgment. So I really was like on the bench, like really was just pretty much on drugs. So it was like, so I started robbing, just being bad, playing with guns, shooting at people, robbing people, doing everything.
So
In my mind, I'm looking like,
was it a group of charges or one main charge that really sent you?
um, it definitely was a group of charges. It was home invasion, armed robbery, kidnapping, burglary, like just all type of charges, possession of a firearm, like. But they end up just convicting me with the firearm and the home invasion. So they end up convicting me.
Did you have any idea these kind of crimes before you committed? Did you know about home invasion and all those type of?
Hey,
Oh
I said
man,
that to myself.
okay,
I said
yeah,
that to myself all the time. Like I'm reading the paperwork, like 21 to 45, 50-year gun enhancement, attempt murder, 45 to life. I'm damn. Like if somebody would have set me down with a piece of paper and showed me all these crimes, how much time this, I'd be like, hell.
it ain't coming out till there's 3 doors in a microwave, man.
It's
Damn.
crazy. I probably get a jail phone call right now. I got a little homie right now with so much talent, and I'm talking about. You think I'm talented? He 10 times more talented than me. He called me every day. He in the county finding murder right now. He
Damn,
called me every
man.
day.
There's a lot of
It's
talent
crazy.
locked up, man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? A lot of it.
definitely.
Uh, so did you have any codees or anything? I mean, anyone else get smoked with your home invasion? I'm
Nope.
sure you. Oh, it was just you.
The only person got cracked.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nope.
I
No
understand.
co-defendants. Nope. No rappies.
Damn, that's
Took it.
crazy, man. Okay. Uh,
Took my 10. Got out the way.
all right. So going through the process in jail. Well, let's talk about that, man. Going into jail. How was that? I mean, I'm sure you've been around people that's been in the mix, been in and out the lockup system, like you say, your parents and all that stuff. I mean, you had a little idea of what you were going into, or what?
No, but I'm like a person that can adjust to the environment real quick. So I sat and observed and seen the politics, how it worked, like how to trade for this, how to get that, who's running what, who stay away from, who should I be around. So it's like you gotta have type of mindset where you can adjust to your environment.
Yeah,
So yeah, prison definitely was like this,
yeah.
a roller coaster ride. So it's definitely a lot going on at all times. So it teach you about being focused because it's so many things that's going on around you at once. You definitely have to focus. Definitely.
Well, I know you. It was a long stretch. I don't know if you can access memory banks this far, but I mean, do you remember walking into the block the first time? Who came up to you and stuff like that, or how you ended up starting to mingle with people?
Um, so the block, you trying to say like
Jail
when I
block.
first got county, or you talking about prison?
County. Yeah, we're still in jail. We're gonna keep it in jail for a moment.
I ain't gonna lie, Cook County Jail is real life busting. Like, it's a real zoo in there. Like prison is like Keyland. If you in the county, I'm talking about
Oh,
that bitch is
Cook's
white.
worse than damn penitentiary, huh?
I'm talking about
Would
prison
you
at
say that's
night.
Would you say that's the same for all nationalities?
On talking about all nationalities or all facilities.
No, I'm talking about like, would you say a white guy is gonna be easier going to the penitentiary than Cook County?
It's gonna. Oh yeah, yeah. In the penitentiary, a white guy cool, but in the county, you might get extorted or you gotta pay that money. So,
That's typical though, man. I've seen plenty of that. I mean, okay, so I mean, even I mean, if you're in Cook County, most white guys they're probably banging too, right?
yeah, no, some of them do, but a lot of them be claiming neutron. But it's like our first date, it was just it's like I'm from the South Side of Chicago, so it's like when you a member, you just go find your crew. So soon I walk on the deck, they gonna scream, "What you is? I'm one of the guys. Oh, we all over here. Check it out."
Yeah.
So it's love. It's a group of us. We eating together. We sleeping together. We doing everything, working out together, praying, meditating, whatever. So it's never like um wartime 24/7. It's just pretty much who you is and how you carry yourself at the same time.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I hear like a lot of rival cliques will become homeboys and lock up. Kind of
it's
just for the numbers sake. I think is what I remember correctly. Here, is it
I
like
say
that?
both. I say both ways. It's both. It's if I see an op, we own them compared to I see a situation where they, like you said, they see they op, they click up, they from the same neighborhood, and we so. But that's more like in the county, that's over with. But in prison, you will see it because you so far away from home. You probably like 6, 7 hours away from home compared to being in the county where you're only 15 minutes away from home.
Yeah.
So in the county, you see your op, you probably kill them, beat them. But if you're in prison, you see your op, 9 times out of 10, you probably be like, damn, just because you see a familiar face. What's up? Woo, man, you need something? Woo. Go some zuzus, some wham-whams, whatever. But most likely in the county, you're gonna definitely kill your op.
Hey,
But
man.
you can get away with it in prison, bro. Just, man, you good, fall back, stuff like that.
Man, I don't know if it was, I think it might have been Cook County. I seen a recent video of a dude getting gunned down on top tier. Was that Cook County? He was holding a CO hostage. I don't know if you remember hearing about that or not, but it was wild as hell, man. They came in and dropped, dude.
Sound like some Cook County stuff, though.
Yeah, they popped his melon off right there on the top tier, man. It was nuts. But yeah, I've been seeing some wild videos actually recently. A lot of people been sending me some crazy graphic stuff. Speaking of which, well, let's just jump right into the penitentiary. Well, nah, actually, let's back it up. Any memorable moments, funny, sad, scary, anything like that, come your way in county?
Of course. When I first started doing this, the art, the drawing, I sat down in the day room. We had day room. I sat down. I grabbed the magazine, going through it. I see a picture of Lil Wayne, and I'm like, I like this picture. So I started drawing it. I never drew before. Just grabbed a piece of paper and pencil, started drawing it. And so when I finished it, I was showing the guys on the deck. Everybody on the deck, like, hey, let me buy that. Let me buy that. Let me buy that. Oh, you want to buy this? Like this? I don't even know what this is. I just started to draw something. I'm like, so I'm looking like, I might be up to something.
Yeah.
I'm like, if they can buy this, what else can I create? And what else can I
perfect? Yeah.
And no question. So that's pretty much how my art career started in Cook County Jail. So definitely.
Oh damn, that's wild as hell, man.
That's crazy.
No one ever tried testing you or nothing. You seem like a pretty big dude, man.
I ain't big, but like the way I carry myself.
And the people you're around probably as well.
Yeah, people I'm around. And I'm going to tell you one thing that I learned from experience that helped me through 10 years being in prison, never been into no fights, never even got into an argument. I'm at my own business. I'm in my own little circle. I don't care what's going on in the gallery. I don't care who arguing. I don't care who fighting. I don't care who messing with who. Like, never care. Like, I don't do no gossip. My guys on the deck doing their thing. I'm in my own little zone, reading, writing, drawing, meditating, listening to music. Like, so literally, that's how I stayed.
That's how you bid it, huh? Man, that was one of my big pet peeves for myself. Still to this day, man, I don't gossip. I can't stand gossip. Even if I can't stand your ass, I still won't talk bad about you, man. It's just something that's built within me from the penitentiary. You know what I mean? So you're into jail. You're fighting. Were you fighting it, or did they come at you with a plea deal? How did all that go through?
And that was the only thing on the offer. Only thing on the table was 21 years. Only thing. I'm I'm 20 years old, and you offer me the same amount of years I've been alive in prison. You was never.
That's crazy. So you end up taking a trial and all that.
Got to. Put them gloves on. You got to smoke me.
And he came out with a 10 clip after it's all said and done.
Yeah, they pretty much gave me the same thing they offered me, 21, but they gave me 21 years at 50%, so I had to do 10.
Oh yeah, is it like that? That's like that for everybody, right? 50%.
Not for everybody, because some cases 85%, some cases 50%. So I think some cases even 75%.
Was it go by the violence level of the crime?
So
yours probably didn't have probably too much violence involved. They gave you 50.
With the gun, the gun that have to make it a violent crime. So that's what every 15 years and what made like a class X. So
I did have something else I want to ask you about county before we jump into the prison scene. You said neutrons, individuals that aren't a part of any organization. Would you say how does the extortion and all that go down in lockup? When I was doing time, man, it'd just be a group of cats walking from cell to cell, like, hey, with a pillowcase, hey, you can put it in, or we come in there, smash it, and take it. Is that pretty much how it went down over there?
I done seen every level of extortion
Oh man.
from like you said, fill his bag up, pull your whole box out, give me the whole box and walk away with it. Man, get on this phone, have people send that money, press a button. I done seen, man, I done like there's
And
none I
dudes
haven't
just be
seen.
doing it out of straight fear, huh?
I done seen a person gets. They got some stuff going on. It's called Dookie. They stick you up. They fill up a bottle with pee and Dookie and
Oh
everything.
yeah,
Come to
yeah.
your door and say, "Give me everything you got. Want to spray all this on you." They tan it up out of there.
Would you say that neutrons were pretty much the ones getting extorted in Cook County? I can't see
Mm.
someone banging unless they have no numbers or something in there doing going through something like that.
I done seen it's like it's none. I can't tell you like it's none that I haven't seen in there because I haven't seen a gangster get this extorted. I haven't seen
Really?
Neutron get extorted. I haven't seen
It just
fucking
depends,
gang
huh?
chief get extorted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
People are
I haven't
hungry in
seen
there, man. You know,
yeah,
they're
but
hungry as hell.
that's just the county. It's prison a whole different aspect compared to the
Well,
county.
let's get in there, man. Let's get into the mix. Okay, so you're leaving diagnostics, reception. Where was the first main compound you hit at?
I went to Lawrence Correctional Facility in Sumner,
Lawrence.
Illinois,
I know exactly what that place is. Okay. How'd it
and
go?
I was there for 6 years straight.
6 years. That's a little stretch. You must have been all right in that place.
When I got there, it was like we're gonna say 23 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think the day I got there, they put tables in for like a day room because it wasn't no movement in there at all. It was just really
Oh, okay.
when there, only place you leaving is probably walking the child or you leaving and going to work or school. That's it. Other than that, there's no day room. You ain't going nowhere. So they was running it like a immaculate facility. Damn, they got me in one of the craziest facilities ever.
2-man
So
cell.
sales out. 2 minute
Okay.
sales. So I get in there. They put me in receiving. Luckily, my first cellie, he wanted the guy from Southside Chicago. He's from over east. I'm from west, like towards base world and stuff like that. So mainly, most of my cellies been locked in. Like, damn, where you from? Find out where we from. We cool. They
Are the
end up putting me
COs
in.
good about housing individuals kind of from the same area together?
My experience, what I've seen is aggression level. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
they match you off your aggression level. So
Yeah.
a person who been beating up on police and catching tickets won't get in the cell with a person who have a low aggression level, like that don't get in trouble at all. So they kind of match you off your aggression level.
Well, that's kind of good to hear. You know. You said you went to your celly was all right.
Oh yeah,
You leaving
yeah.
reception.
Then
Your
down,
celly ain't gonna be the same one when you hit the main place.
So I end up into population. I'm on the news, pretty much ain't got nothing, no food, no nothing because I'm on the news. You don't go to the store till like a week or two later once you get there.
Yeah.
But once you get on deck and once they find out who you is, they gonna bless you. Care packages, lay it on you, food, everything, whatever you need, till you hit store. So that's pretty much how it is. Like I really didn't have like not no really bad experiences like I was starving, beat up or this and that. So it really was like
You
all
just
love
kind
from
of
the day.
viewed a lot of that going on, if I were to guess.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
definitely seen it.
okay. Well, hey, let me ask you. I never asked this question. When people look out for the cookout, when you first get in there, do you ever have to kick that back when you get right, or what?
That's why it's crazy because all your answers, I mean, all the questions that you asked me, I done seen everything. Like
A little different, a difference of each.
I done seen what person paid, and it's players. Like, man, I wish you would get that back to me. Hey, man, I don't want nothing back. What I want you to do is help somebody else. I see people like that I send people like you said with a secret motive. I'm paying you this. Now you owe me your loyalty, or you owe me that money back, or you owe me if I come back and say, hey man, let me get woo, and you tell me no. How dare you tell me no? I just bless you when you got on the new. So
Yeah.
you didn't have the mentality or the mindset to do it out of love or out of care, or out of your character. You had a motive behind it. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't see both.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't see
yeah,
both.
yeah, yeah. Your main cellmate. How was that? Your first main cellmate. Did they house you with someone pretty decent or what?
Um, I'm gonna say I probably over the 10 years I was gone, I probably done had, I'm gonna say at least 100 sellers,
God,
at least.
that's wild, man. I don't think people don't really understand that you're actually in a little box living with a stranger, man.
Yeah,
Like you don't know
stranger,
nothing about that fool, man, and you gotta sleep at night with him, man. In
especially.
prison, where surrounded by killers.
It was a it was a weird thing going on in Lawrence Correctional Facility. It's like you really ain't want to get too comfortable because for some reason you were subject to get moved, or your cell was subject to get moved at any second. I don't know why they was doing that, but it happens so much.
Yeah,
You know, it could be people requesting to get moved. It could be people dropping scribes on you. It could be you probably got a job somewhere else. It could be they need you somewhere else. Like it's so much that was just literally I get 2-3 studies a week because they just steady moving people, or they moved me now. I got a job over here in dietary, or I'm in school now, so they moved me to the school building. I went to SEG now. I'm back out of SEG now. Like it's
yeah.
like,
Do you think that kept your time going though? Meeting all these new people and jumping around a bit, or seeing other people.
oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely meeting new people. I'm gonna say staying busy, like playing basketball. I didn't really play cards like that. Doing my art, networking, just
You
being
know,
really.
I've noticed that most artists in prison stick to themselves, bro, and really just
Oh yeah,
vibe with their own frequency. Like at that table, I would just see them at their table by themselves doing their own thing. Only time they really got in a mix was when they're selling their artwork or something, you know? So I think I know exactly what kind of individual you were in there, man, so far from what you're saying. Was there any time out of the 100 inmates cellmates that you didn't like? Any ones that stuck out that were a little fishy,
well,
man?
you know that. You know it's gonna be. You know it's gonna be that 1, 2, 3, 4
Yeah,
that
there's
just
a
a real
few.
bug.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Like,
There's got to be a couple,
like
man.
as I got older, I started getting younger cellies. So I'm looking like, man, I'm damn near 30. I ain't gonna be playing with your.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah,
wake up and shadow box. You want to play card, play chess. I'm like, no, man, chill out.
yeah.
But
You
like,
try to be respectful too about it, man. That junk gets
yeah,
annoying.
then prison is about space. Like everybody want their space. So you got some guys who, like you said, they on the new, they green to what's going on in here. So they want to sit next to me in the chair. I'm looking like, homie, damn, like they ain't got no TV. They want like, but it's always them be the ones that be like just they just green. Like you can just tell like they don't know what's going on in here. Like they just
Yeah,
over friendly. Then you got the ones that's I'm young and they older than me and they mad at the world. So you got I got studies that mad at me because the sink won't stop dripping. I'm like, I can't control the sink.
it's
Like,
your fault for some reason. It's your damn
yeah, so
fault.
yeah, so I done had all types of studies. I done had studies that I had a study that got carpet everywhere on the floor. Taking shit off at the door. I'm like, the fuck you got carpet on the floor
What
for?
do you mean carpet? What kind of? What are you talking about? Like I've seen some cats line the floor with the Muslim prayer rugs, man. Is that
No,
what you're
I think
talking
he
about?
lined it with like all big dry towels or something. And lined with the whole cell. I'm looking like,
Oh yeah, I think I've seen something similar to that. Were they didn't happen to have green towels, did they?
oh, what kind of towels? I'm looking like, man, I'm not, man, pick this shit up, man. What you doing? Man,
I've seen a dude so decked out in green towels, bro. Everything. I was like, God, this thing is pretty nice, comfy. You get fighting
yeah,
there, you ain't got to worry about hitting nothing. Everything's carpeted.
yeah, but mainly all my studies was pretty cool. Only ones I really had the problem with was the nasty ones, the Vikings, the ones that
Oh,
don't want to
the
wash up.
Minnesota Vikings, huh?
The ones that don't want to wash up, don't want to wash their hands after they use the bathroom,
Ugh.
just don't clean up after they sell, eat a dip and then got the bowl dirty, all of it. Like, just like, come on, man.
Washing their
Like, come on.
bowl. I hate the ones where wash your bowl out and they leave damn ramen noodles in the sink. drained. Like, come on, man.
It was like I was trying to lead by example. I ain't
Hmm.
never try to get on nobody's ass instantly. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, if you see me, I'm putting a curtain on my thick shit. You see me, I'm cleaning the bowl after I eat. You see me, I'm wiping with the bleach after I piss, or someone floor I'm mopping. And I'm like trying to lead by example. But if that don't work, then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you right quick, Sully. This how we move. We ain't finna be doing all this. I ain't trying to be patrolling, but it's just if you use the bathroom, wash your hands, man, please. It's
yeah.
like we both in here together, but it's like
Anyone ever felt disrespected by you saying something like that to him?
um, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Just
But
didn't just didn't really amount to anything.
yeah. So like I said, I never really got into like either arguing with nobody where we taking off our shirts or finna fight or something. Um, I did get into two fights, but it wasn't even really no fights because they didn't even get a chance to hit back. But I got into two fights because uh I went to SEG for impeded investigation. It was a fight on the gallery, and I'm on the phone, and they cut off our phone calls and make everybody lock up. And they call me out like, "Man, what happened? Man, I'm on the phone. I'm not trying to talk to y'all. Are you going to SEG?" So they put me in SEG for impeded investigation. They checked my phone records and seen that I was on the phone. I ain't got nothing to do with the fight. So they let me out of SEG the next day. I got out of SEG the next day. My celly done stole all my art supplies.
Oh,
He done trying to sell them on the gallery. He stole some stupid shit like the cable cord to the TV and stuff like that.
that's good. That brings me to a good question. Go ahead.
So I'm looking like, I'm thinking in my mind, like, why would you do that? Because for one, I'm a member, and for two, all the guys on the deck, all I gotta do is send word to the deck, like, you a thief, and they on your ass.
Yeah.
So they let me back out of SEG. The next day, I come right back on the gallery, on the same gallery that I just left from the day before.
I bet that guy look at you like he's seen a ghost.
Man, so they put me like 6 cells down. So that's how fast it happened. It happened overnight, and I don't even get the same celly no more. I get a whole new celly. So that's how easy it is to switch cellies.
Yeah.
So I get a new celly. I come on the deck like, man, give me my shit, man. Give me my shit. So he started giving me all my stuff. He stole like some trimmers, color pencils, markers, pencils, all that. Give me my shit. Then he sold a couple of items. He gave me all my shit back, and holding him on his ass like, let's kill him. I'm like, nah, I'm a player. So I'm like, he gave me my shit back. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little smarter. I know how this shit go.
You could have taken it somewhere else, though.
And no question, it could have been way worse. So we go to Child. I'm walking to Child. He say, "What you looking at?" I kill him.
Oh man, even after
So,
you done looked out for him and didn't even press the issue for real.
after I looked out for him.
That shit's
So now, matter of
crazy,
fact, I
man.
take that back. We left the Child and we walking back into the gallery. And when he was like, "What you looking at?" Then I killed him right then and there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see if I can. I don't think I got to work, but the way they roll it up is like this little guy. He. They try to say I'm so little and dude 100 some pounds bigger than me, and I just kept punching him and he just ran and tried to hide. But I'm looking like, come on, man, the police petty as. But that's the only fight I've been in, and I've been in one more fight when the guy stole my pin number. But other than that,
I just told a story about someone stealing my damn pin number. It was my celly too, man. He registered one of my one of my phone cards. So look, this is something major though, ladies and gentlemen, that you gotta understand. Like he said, his own celly, you're living with this cat. As soon as you went to the damn SEG unit, he done started trying to pilfer all of your gear to the block and make some money. This is a normal thing. And it will really show uh the principles that your cellmate or whoever you're dealing with, what kind of principles they got. Because when you leave that block, a lot of people think you're never coming back, and they'll sell all your stuff and not have an issue with it because they think they'll never see you again. So,
listen,
hey, if you ever go to SEG, any of y'all out there, you better make sure you tell the COs, go get my shit, man, because someone's gonna take all of it. You know what I mean? But chances are, it's gonna be
that
gone before they even get there. You know?
or just pray, you got a cool celly.
Yeah. Even
Because me, from that experience right there, every time I have a celly that go to SEG, I put extra stuff inside their shit. So I put write-outs, stamps.
yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna be in SEG for a week or for a month or for however long. So I'm stuffing their shit with extra stuff that I got. Like, all right, here goes some extra bar of soap.
Yeah.
I know how sad it is, but here goes some extra bar of
People don't
soap.
be
When
people
people,
ain't like that, man. That shit's messed up. You know, that's how. Hey, that's some good stuff though, man. That does show a lot of character, honestly. And but that happens all the time, man. You leave the block, they are gonna come. Man, I've seen dudes. It wasn't even their celly. As soon as the fight was over, and both of them, it looked like seagulls hitting both cells, man. I mean, 5 people in each is going everywhere, taking everything, man.
And then, if you want cool with your celly, you know they're gonna be like, "Fuck shit, go ahead, just don't touch my shit."
Yep. That's exactly. They're gonna let it ride, man. It's a dog eat dog world a lot of times in lockup, man, and it's what you do after the fact that really plays a factor in that. Because a lot of people, they'll know exactly who took it, and they still won't do nothing. You know, there ain't nothing they can do. Let me. What about individuals, man, that were just weak, man? They were frail. They were weak. That you could tell they get eaten alive, man. What happened to those kind of cats in the penitentiary? Did people just get over them on them a lot till they checked out, or would they just kind of leave them alone after a while?
So when you say weak, is you saying like weak physically or mentally or
physically? Maybe not so much mentally, but physically. Just a small guy. He ain't got no one to really kicking it with. Would you say that he's gonna be a victim on a regular basis in the prison system out there? No.
No.
Okay.
I was saying some small guys take over. I'm looking like, man, he like 4'11" and a 6 foot guy. But I don't think size and stuff. It's more of like I was thinking more like your mindset and your mentality because, like I said, I done seen look guys. I done seen a look guy called. He got to be like at least 90-some pounds. Called a 300-some pound dude in the bathroom. Like, come on, we in here. That was stupid, but
yeah,
he did it.
Yeah.
But now, I haven't like there's really ain't no specific target like he only this little so we finna punk him. Now that look guy he might be to himself laid back and he'll play it, so ain't nobody really messing with him compared to the guy who walking around the gallery and calling everybody like, who wanna fight? Ooh. Now we on your ass type shit, but now I haven't seen a person get extorted or bullied because of their size.
Okay.
It's mainly where I was from or where I was at. It's mainly the energy that you put out.
Yeah, a few factors to go with it.
Seen one guy walking the gallery. Anybody want to fight? Come on. He's talking to everybody. So one guy walked up. I'll fight you. They don't even know each other. They just started fighting because one person just said who want to fight. All right. They want no beef or nothing. So
did he win?
Like the energy. Well, what's so funny? All the officers let everybody fight. Well, they let them two fight for like.
Stop playing. They just let them fight.
They all lined up and let them fight. We all out there and let them fight. And what's so crazy? It was one of the rawest fights I ever seen.
Prison?
It was a prison.
Okay.
They doing like some Chinese. They ducking, they kicking, they doing like.
Oh, it's like an official fight, huh?
That's what I'm looking like. They really fighting. So as they fought for like 10 minutes, jump kicking, spinning, all types.
Hey, bro,
I'm not lying.
I ain't never thrown a kick in a fight unless the guy was on the ground.
No, they did he did like a Bruce Lee kick and the other dude ducked. It was crazy. Like it was like choreography or something.
Yeah.
The longest fight I ever seen.
That's wild, man.
They fought for like 10 minutes. Then RCOs came and sprayed them to the cell. To the cell. I'm like,
hey, you ain't never been sprayed in there?
Hell no.
Yeah, I got sprayed once. That shit sucks, man.
I've been in a room. I've been in a room where it got sprayed and that shit beat me. And I had a celly.
Yeah.
I was in said he had just got sprayed and that shit was all so strong on him. It was fucking me up. And he got sprayed. He got sprayed like an hour ago.
Yeah.
He come in my cell. And this a guy, he just did 20 years straight. Went home, he come back on the news and he my celly and said, I'm looking like, homie, why is you here? You just did 20 years straight. And for the beds, she called the police on him and got him right back locked up. No, man, you just did 20 years straight. You ain't even been out 3-4 months. After 20 years, and you right back in the joint, being my celly. I was so mad at him.
Them old
And
DVs get you tricked up, man.
I was so mad at him. I didn't even know him, and I was so mad at him.
Yeah.
But he ended up being a cool son, But
Yeah.
he had just got spray paint. He was fighting in the chow hall, and he got spray paint. I mean, pepper spray, and that shit was so loud. He was on the top boat. I think on the bottom boat. He was on the bottom. I was on the top, and I'm landing. I could just feel him being
Still smell it.
like, feel it, smell it, burn. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy though. They just let them line up and start fighting. I heard a few other states COs actually do that. Kind of let them fight it out a bit and watch it, or even bet on it.
Yeah.
Weaponry, man. Let me ask you about that. Do you think people are gonna have to walk around old penitentiary with a shank?
In the maximum facilities, maybe. But all of the rest of them, like the mediums, the minimums, nah, you don't need that shit. Cook County, definitely. But like, say if you're in like Menard or Stateville or Pontiac,
Oh yeah,
maybe.
I heard some stuff about Pontiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I always just say, it's all come with scenario. Like I say, how you carry yourself, because it's guys that's in the maximum facilities that don't gotta worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they carry themselves a certain way. They real life players. They respectful. Or they do their thing, doing their time, going to travel, and doing this. They really ain't into no mess. And
Yeah.
there's guys that's out there trying to catch an eye, trying to catch a body, and they walk around with a sword. They walk around with that flick on them.
Being from Southside Chicago in prison, did y'all have any particular enemies from anywhere else, or did all that
Mm.
stuff kind of go out window as well in prison?
It's just always been a stigma um, in my mind that, well, this is what I was taught, not even taught, but something I heard from when I was a shorty or on my way growing up, that the guys was like, the out of towners not gonna like you if you're from Chicago. So if a person from Waukegan or another state or another city in Illinois is not gonna like you because you're from Chicago. And I started to peep stuff like that. So I'm looking like, damn, you know, but everybody got their own stigma when it comes to Chicago. Oh, Chicago think they tough. Chicago do this. Chicago too rowdy. Chicago whatever they love theory on Chicago is. So I've been around people who've been from Peoria, and I'm on the deck with them, and they start looking at me like like hating. So I'm looking like, damn, just because I'm from Chicago, you hating on me? But,
Yeah. You said you watched some of my content while you're in lockup.
well, the story behind that is I had a manager, and they were telling me all about your channel, and I had like a good 5 6 years ago. So this was so long ago.
Oh dang! You kind of
He
caught
was
me in the
writing
beginning.
he was writing me like, man, it's this channel 23-1. Man, Joe, I think because he know my manager know I do YouTube, so he was telling me all about the YouTube channel and stuff and what's to it. So instantly when I came home, what's the first thing I googled? Looked it up, added you, reached out to you like, I've been knowing about you since I was incarcerated, so I
Hey,
had
that's
to
what's
come.
up, man. I'm
So
glad, man. I really hope people look at me from a good light, man. And convicts, you
you
know what I mean? Because I'm out here trying to support y'all, man. Everybody, all of us, I try to.
he gonna be so happy when I send him like, man, I just did the interview for 23-1. He gonna be surprised.
Hey, this is
I
gonna be a
didn't just
good
tell
one
him.
too, man. I know it is. Hey, well, you say you did a 10-year stretch. I love to hear the answers to these, man. How did it feel getting released, man? What was some of the initial things coming out that was just like, oh man, this is a shocker? Was riding in a car weird too?
No, it was. It felt like it's a lot going on because I came home under a very special circumstance, if you say that.
Okay,
I came home because of COVID-19, and I was eligible for a program called Work Release.
work release. Okay.
So I'm not even free yet. So I'm still incarcerated, but they let me back into society
Oh,
to get a job. So they let me in society to go get a job, to go to school, and get back to my community. So I think at the time I reached out to you, I was still incarcerated, but I'm free at the same time.
yeah. That's
So
wild,
it's
man.
like, so it's like, all right, I go to work and go back to prison. They
Yeah,
let me out of prison, go to work, go back to prison. Like that was my schedule for like the last 7 months that just went past. So literally only been free for like a couple of months, technically.
So you're complete. You ain't got to go back to prison right now,
I don't have to go back. I don't have to check in. I can stay
man.
here as long as I want to go to school. So everything that I was doing, if I'm gonna see the picture, everything I was doing while I was incarcerated. So radio interviews, I'm sneaking.
So you're just getting best tastes of both worlds all at once, man. That's crazy. You know, a lot of people
So
can't even fathom that.
people chase that, and I got it because it was so fluky. Because to where since COVID-19, they changed the criteria to go to work release. Now, the group that I came with, it was 15 of us, and 8 of them was convicted murderers. They
Yeah.
did 20 years for murdering, and we will never have the opportunity to go to work release until the rules had just changed because of COVID. So,
Well, thank God for that, right? You
so
know.
tell you the truth, technically, I'm supposed to be still in prison right now.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
out date is not until November of this year. That's my original out date.
It's kind of trippy, huh? You know,
It's
thinking like that.
crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm still looking at it like I'm supposed to still be in prison as right now, but they let me out early. So it's like since I've been home, I've been like I said in the community doing art, giving away my art, teaching art classes, working, being a mentor, doing like just doing so much, showing positivity. So it's like now my next step, I'm just on parole now. So my next goal is to get off parole.
Well, bro, you know, 10 years as a height, you got plenty of knowledge. When I know you're an artist and all that, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that could benefit from your story, man, and the
Oh,
prison
yeah.
side of things. So I would, you know, even though you know you got talents in all these other avenues, don't you know? I would definitely suggest trying to help some people in the prison side of things. It probably
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
draw a lot of people your way, uh, especially being from Southside Chicago. Like you said, man, it's a lot of activity coming from that area. It's very popular in limelight, especially with all the drill music and stuff going on recently. And I do have many other questions about doing time in that state, but let's kind of focus on what you got going on now, man. You got so much, I'm sure. What do you think people should come look at you first? Where at?
I would say Instagram.
Instagram. Okay.
Instagram got well. I put everything on all of them. So I say Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok. My TikTok is acting real crazy right now. Like I just touched a 250,000 on a portrait I did for Ice Spice. So I did an Ice Spice portrait, and I did like a 250,000. But I got my own website, HealingBishopArt.com. So I say TikTok and Instagram. And then I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. Hey,
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. What are you gonna be doing on the two?
So YouTube, I do a lot of tutorials. I do a lot of art. I do a lot of graphic design work on there. I might do a little bit of gymnastics or dancing just to see some like behind the scenes of what's in my life. I do some blogs, so I'm mixing it up. But it's mainly an art-based channel. So you might be on there watching me draw a whole portrait. You might sit on there and just watch me draw that. So I'm drawing the whole thing right there in front of you. Or I might do an art class where I'm going live and I'm teaching you how to do art. So like, I think my YouTube right now at a little bit under 3. I think I need about 700 more followers so I can start becoming
monetized
in partnership with them.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
But yeah, but I was wanting to do YouTube. So
yeah, I mean, well, if you get going in tube, that's good. So hopefully we can help make that happen. Viewers out there, any artists,
1,000 subscribers. I just need 1,000.
Hey, we can get you there. Ain't that right, y'all? We're gonna break 1,000, man. Why don't y'all go over there? This man's been doing what he's supposed to do. If you can't tell, I mean, he's got the right head on his shoulders for this to get out and change his life, man. I mean, even down to the answers to some of these questions, man. You definitely going down the right way. From what I could see, at least. Go follow him. Support his channel, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone out there in this genre, amazing artwork. What are you doing on Instagram? You doing kind of the same stuff as YouTube, or are you going lives? You doing anything like that?
I'm mainly go live on TikTok. So I love TikTok because the payment system. You get paid instantly. So you go live on TikTok and you cash right out. See, with YouTube, you got to reach a certain threshold, $100, and then cash out. I got a Google AdSense account, and I gained revenue from my YouTube videos from 10 years ago, and that money's still sitting there. but I haven't reached the threshold to
Yeah.
cash out yet.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely easier certain platforms to get some scratch going. That's for sure, man. But hopefully we can get something jumping on all of them, man. Hopefully the viewers go over there and support you.
definitely,
Uh,
I don't think it's most specific social media site. I just say if you can, whatever social media site that you do have, just follow me on it because I'll be on all of them.
yeah,
On
that's
every
right,
social
and
media site.
that's the best way to do it. You know what I mean? It's easy to find. You try to keep all the names the same as well. What is there? Let me wrap it up right here, man. And anything that you might have to say about lockup, man. What do you think would be a good piece to let people go with about the penitentiary lockup? Anything along those lines?
It's everything you think about lockup was you have a stereotype of people who've been there is so evil. People who's been locked up is just the worst person on earth. That's not true. There's plenty of people in there, stuff stuff they didn't commit, crime they didn't commit, and people in there that's really changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's always people out there that might feel like if you ever even been arrested, I won't talk to you. Or even if you've been arrested, I don't want nothing to do with you. What I'm looking like. It's always scenarios where a person is either innocent or really a good person. You just can't look at that one stereotype of a person been incarcerated, locked up, arrested, handcuffs on, accused, anything. Just let the character speak for itself instead of just judging them off of their past or their background.
That's a good piece, man. There's definitely a lot of good people in there that's changed their ways. If not, shouldn't even be in there. You know. But there are some monsters, that's for sure.
Definitely some. Definitely some.
Can't forget about those damn dudes. You know, they make it go
I'm not
around.
talking
I
about
guess.
the monsters. I'm talking about the people
Hey, but
that,
look, I could tell by your answers too, man. You
yeah,
you you are giving everybody the complete. You know, it's variables to almost everything. You know what I mean? It's never a straight up answer when dealing with penitentiary. It's up to that
definitely.
person. You know, there's a lot of variables. And what you said is probably one of the best ones, man. There's a lot of variables play into these individuals in prison, and a lot of them are good, man. I mean, look at me. You know, I'm the nicest guy on earth. I've been to prison 2 damn times. You know, it blows my mind sometimes I even went. You know, man, this was a really good one for me. I
Yeah, it
thoroughly
definitely
enjoyed it.
was.
It wasn't too much about the rah rah and stabbings and stuff like that, but still, you know what? It was a good one, man. I think people are gonna benefit from this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna keep everything linked in the comments section, description of the video for y'all to go check him out anywhere, any links that he sends my way. And man, look, you keep doing what you're doing, man. Stay on that straight and narrow, get all that parole, man, and really
Yeah.
crank. Hey, look, that's something I was gonna say about your art business because I do artwork as well, right? I do
Okay.
paintings and stuff on woodwork. I haven't done it in about a year or two actually because I've just been focusing on the YouTube, but I was selling a lot of stuff on Etsy, man. I don't know if you ever heard of that place.
Of
Look
course.
into it, man. Oh, okay, you have. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
great opportunities for artists in there, man, to sell their merch and stuff like that. So, but you already know about it. So there you go, man.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you coming on, man. And like I said, I would love to have you on for a part two, maybe later on. You come up with some more stories, and we do a little
Trust me,
reminisce.
we gotta do a part two, like a year later update, something
Hey,
like that. Like, man, I'm gonna imagine that. Like, we were just doing it inside my apartment.
I know.
Now we
And
in
look,
the finally.
I try to do that with some people now. They don't even talk to me.
Oh, damn, you put them on. Man,
They're brand new now, man. I don't
like you
understand it.
should be like one of their number one sponsors. Like,
Hey,
hey,
that's how
sponsor.
I am with the guy that didn't even put me on for real. But he just showed me he showed me that there was a prison side to YouTube. I show him the utmost respect. Utmost respect. It ain't because he even helped me. It's just because I know he showed it to me, and that was all. That's all it took for me to amplify the situation. If it wasn't for him showing it to me, so that just by itself, I show respect to that guy regardless. You know.
Always.
But not everybody's the same, man. And I don't care. You know, I'm not looking for that stuff. I'm doing me. I'm in my own lane. And
Oh,
and that I think that's what you know about doing time in prison, man. Stay in your own damn lane. That's the best way to success, especially in this game.
I'm definitely feeling the platform. I've been loving it since I heard about it. I didn't even see it. I just heard about it over the phone. Like, man, it's a guy, 23-1. Man, this video is amazing. I wrote it down on a piece of paper when I was locked up and brought it home.
Man.
So when I got home, I Googled it, like 23-1, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Hey, man, I hope people jump your way, man. I hope you blow the hell up, man. I honestly do, man. I really do. But
I'll remember that.
I appreciate you, man, telling your story on the channel. Like I said, until the next time we meet, hopefully in that year, man, you driving Lambos and all kinds of shit. I don't know.
Don't be something decent. I got you.